Hey everyone, it's Dave Moerman here, and I want to break down in this video the exact steps you're gonna need to take to get your cleaning business off the ground, okay? A lot of the content we make is for owner-operators who wanna scale up. We're gonna do something a little different today and go back to basics for a lot of you that are wanting to get started in this industry. And truthfully, those of you that are already in it for a few years, you're probably gonna learn a few things on this podcast. So we're gonna go over the 3 things to get set up to get your cleaning business off the ground. And before I hit those, you always want to know who you're learning from. Yes, I own a coaching business, and the only reason I own that coaching business is because I've been 16 years now in the home service industry. My cleaning business is now 8 years old this year. We have produced over $3.7 million of cleaning work, pressure washing, window cleaning. We got into Christmas lights as well. I've hired over 150 team members, and I've also built a couple painting businesses along the way. So I love home services. I love the cleaning business because it's recurring revenue, it's profitable, and truthfully, it's a very fragmented industry. You can be on this YouTube channel right now getting ideas thinking, man, I could get this business started by next Saturday if I wanted. So I love the low barrier to entry. And if you can figure out how to actually build a business properly, you're going to be rocking past the other, owner operators in your space. So let's just go ahead, dive in. Here's the 3 things you're going to need to do to get your cleaning business off the ground. Number 1 is going to be one of my favorites, okay? This is creating a brand. I love starting up businesses because it's fresh. You get to come up with your brand, right? So your brand is going to really be a few different elements, but it's going to be what your name is of your company. It's going to be your logo. It's going to be your company colors. And a brand, I think Jeff Bezos said it back in the day, your brand is essentially what people say about your business when you are not in the room. Everything is with that, to how you care for people, to the services you do. And that feeling kind of comes through with your name, with your services, with your logo. So, you could go on Fiverr or Upwork and get a logo made for like $50 if you wanted. I know that's how I got started with mine. I had built a few companies before, and so I kind of knew what I was looking for with branding. Or you could go the other end of a spectrum. There's branding consulting companies that'll charge you $20,000 to build out a whole brand package, and most viewers on this channel, you're probably not going to go that way, and that's totally fine. I try to make a lot of my content around, I don't have a lot of money in the bank. I want to get this started, because that was my story, like starting my pressure washing business with $3,000. There's a lot of money to me at the time. If I started it today, I'd probably go more heavy on like, let's really spend some money and build a good brand. But most people don't start out that way. So I want to keep it really relevant for you with what a brand actually is. And so, you could go on Upwork.com, you could go on Fiverr, you could work with a freelancer, you could work with a local graphic designer. At the end of the day, I would just caution you, like, don't rush the brand process. Looking back, I probably rushed mine a little bit. We started with Revive Washing, and fast forward today, we're into Christmas lights and other cleaning services. And we ended up rebranding a few years back to Revive Services. And I would caution you to, begin with the end in mind, and maybe think, if you plan on adding other services, I personally think going with like a property services name is better than just pigeonholing yourself for like, Sparkle window cleaning. If that's how you're starting, that's fine. And if you go window cleaning, it's great for search terms. It's great on Google, but long term, I personally don't think you want to be having Sparkle window cleaning, Sparkle pressure washing, Sparkle painting, Sparkle duct cleaning. If you're going to do other stuff, I personally just like services to make an umbrella company, and you can have these different divisions. That was just the choice that I made, and I wish from day one we went just with services. And so just take from my learning that's what you're doing here on this channel. And so getting that brand right is important, because it's going to move into my second point here, which is passionately promoting the business. Okay. And I'll talk about that in just a second. But how that ties into the first point with branding is that brand is going to literally go everywhere, because you, the business owner, you need to be the most passionate person on earth in your marketplace, telling the whole marketplace who you are and what you do. And you got to do that every single day. Like, the more times you do that, the better it's going to be. Again, we're assuming you don't have money right now to hire a marketing company or even staff at this point. Like, it's you right now. You are the megaphone to the world, who you are and what you do. And the biggest killer to small businesses across all America is obscurity. No one knows right now who you are or what you do. So when you start your business, this is like the biggest thing. Once you got the brand built, we move to stage 2, passionately promoting. And if you rush the brand build, passionately promoting becomes hard because you want to take your brand and you want to put it on uniforms. You want to have a logo right here on your shirt. You want to have business cards. You want to take that logo and you want to put it on your vehicles. You want to put it on signs, on flyers, on trade show materials. Like, it is literally going everywhere. And so you want to get it right from the start. And so you could go on Fiverr and have a logo by the weekend, but I would personally, you could go on a site like 99designs.com. You can get a logo made for like $1,000 and have all these different designers give you options. And then you could take it to not just your friends and family, but actually take it to people who would maybe hire you, right? Is a whole nother thing, but you got to know who your ideal avatar is when you're starting a cleaning business, right? For us, it's dual income in specific neighborhoods that have the disposable income to, tap their credit card and hire our company. We're not going for households that have take-home income of $80,000. Like for us, where we are, it's more, we want a household income of $200,000 or beyond. And you might be watching this saying that's crazy, but those are the people that hire my company to do the cleaning. So you got to know that. And they want to do business with a brand. They want to do business with a company that they know, like, and trust. And that all started with me with my $3,000 passionately promoting the business. So like I said, uniforms, business cards. Here's another hack: is you may be in some pressure washing, window cleaning, interior cleaning Facebook groups right now with other business owners learning, what material should I get? What size pressure washer should I? All that stuff is good, right? But the more Facebook groups I'd be focused on is neighborhood Facebook groups, right? You're going to have an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, a friend, a friend's mom, a friend's dad in these groups. Like, they're called like families of Arborside Gate, or residents of West Side Community. And there may only be 500 people in there, 1,000 people, but they're homeowners in there, right? And people jump on there and say, who do you use for gutter cleaning? Who do you use for window cleaning? Who does your interior cleaning? And this happens all the time. And the members we work with at HSBC, they could have this comment train of like, hire this company, get this person's awesome. Like, when you get ranking in those groups is like wildfire for your business. And you can do the same thing on Nextdoor, right? And this stuff doesn't cost, like, the Facebook groups are totally free. It's totally free to get your business up ranking on those Facebook groups. So before you go Google ads, Facebook ads, go into expensive trade shows, all that stuff has a time and place in your business. We're talking about startup right now, right? So I would go back to basics and say, who's my ideal client? What brand are they going to do business with? And then how can we go and reach them without breaking the bank? Okay. And these are all the ways of passionately promoting your business. And if you're in startup mode as well, like less than $100,000 of work, every night when you go to bed, if you've not passionately promoted your business for 2 hours, I think is a sweet spot minimum, then I don't think your business is going to stand a chance of getting liftoff, right? And this is what happens. We call it the production pit. You get your first couple jobs, you get so busy doing those jobs, then you're like, crap, I'm out of work, I have nothing for next week. Then you go back to marketing, drum up some jobs, then you go do them, and it's just like, it's a mess to get started. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend, whatever date you are watching this video on, listening to this podcast, go 120 days in the future and just flip on your calendar, go on your iPhone, say production starts this day. That's going to give you 4 months to passionately promote your business for the launch, right? And maybe take on 2 or 3 jobs silently. I would say go and do those, practice your craft, but I would have an official launch date that you've got 30 jobs set up to launch this date. Because I know as soon as you do your first few jobs, it's going to pull you away from passionately promoting the business. And at a certain point, you're going to have to do that. But I just see it time and time again. People get a few jobs, they get a bit of money, and they take their foot off the gas from marketing, and then they run out of work, and then they have to, it's like starting a car, stalling a car, stalling, like, just wait a little bit. Even 120 days, go 90 days. Like, I'm telling you, push that launch date out for doing jobs. I know you want to get money now, but your future self will thank you if you can just wait a little bit and passionately promote a little longer. It's going to actually make the lift off of the airplane actually go better. All right, guys, we're gonna take a super quick break in the show because I want to tell you about one of our show sponsors, and that is Jobber. You see, I actually built my entire exterior cleaning business over the course of 8 years on a platform called Jobber. I absolutely love it because what I found in my research, it was actually the most simple CRM to use to keep my entire business organized, from estimating to booking jobs to scheduling our crews to even collecting payments, where Jobber was actually instrumental in us building out a business model where we were able to actually have the customer pay a deposit before my crew even turned up to do the job. So if you want to learn more about Jobber, see if it's a fit for you to get organized and run a better home service business, then you can go ahead and check out the link below. Now, without further ado, let's get back to the show. 2 more things to passionately promote. Social profiles need to get dialed in. Personally, I would just use your personal profiles for now. Get your Instagram page going, create a business page on Facebook, on Instagram. That's easy to do. You could do that in 2 hours, but use your personal profile. Say, what's up, friends? Reaching out to my network. I'm launching my cleaning business. I'm taking on 10 people who want to have a clean house every month. Please DM me or text this number. Make those posts. Don't be, oh, what are people going to think of me? Oh, get all that head trash out of your head and just go ahead and do it. Because at the end of the day, I think you overthink what people think about you and your business. You just need to be bold and go throw it out into the world and not care what people think. And I think that's a huge limiting belief that we've worked with hundreds of business owners now. It's a huge limiting belief for people thinking, what are people going to think about me? Who does this guy think he is? It's just you just got to get started, right? Even me with coaching, I don't have all the answers, but I do believe I'm a few steps ahead of a lot of small business owners in North America that I believe I can help through this content, through my coaching program. So I'm putting it out into the world. Are there people with more successful, bigger businesses than me? Absolutely. But I feel I've cracked the code on living a great life outside my business and owning a profitable business, and now helping hundreds of owners do the same. And so I'm going to put it out into the world, and I'm not going to care what people think. So I want you to arrive to that point as well in your journey. The last thing on passionately promote, and then we'll hit number 3, you want to have a place to collect reviews, okay? There's Yelp, you can get Facebook recommendations, but I really think the best place to collect reviews is on Google. So when you get your business set up, get insurance set up, get an address, and have your business with a location on Google, okay? Ideally, commercial space would be the best, but that's, again, not always relevant for people. You could even just have your service area listed to get started. Keep it broad, right? I'm in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. If I was starting and I didn't have this physical space, I would just make it Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. It's going to be totally fine. You're going to have a place to start getting reviews. Personally, I don't think anymore you should be asking friends or family to support your business with a free review. You should go out and do cleaning for them. Go clean a bathroom or a bedroom or a main floor. Go do their windows, and then get them to take a picture of the actual product or a picture of you, your shirt, because it's branded, right? Post it with their review. Hey, Joe with Sparkle Window Cleaning did such a great job. Highly recommend him, etc., etc. Thank you so much, friend. Do you mind taking that same post and putting it in your local neighborhood Facebook group? That's going to get some traction. If you just follow this video and do a good job, I'm telling you, you're going to have a great start in running a successful business. And I can tell you even further than that, if you go through all our content on YouTube, all our stuff on the podcast, you have the opportunity, I believe, to make millions and millions of dollars with a home service business. The companies that partner with us in our coaching program just say, give me all these systems, give me the coaching, give me the community, because I want to go quicker. But those of you that don't have the money right now and have the time, just comb through our content, because the best people to coach come to us and say, I listened to all your podcasts. I heard all your YouTube stuff. I know who you are, what you do. How do we get started? Those are the best people for us to work with. And the 98% of people just consuming on this channel, consume it all for free. I would love nothing more than you to email us and say, I don't have the money for your program, but I went through all your stuff and I built a successful business. I'm ready to join. I'm ready to commit. That's fantastic for me. So just take it for what it is. Number 3, last thing to do to start a cleaning business for the big 3, you want to bootstrap your equipment. And I'm going to get flack for this because, yeah, do we have the fanciest equipment in our cleaning business? Absolutely not. Our trucks are like 15 years old, but we went passionately promoting. We branded them. We wrapped them, spent $4,000. We wrapped them. They look good. Most cleaning business owners will go out and buy the fancy equipment, get the $10,000 hot pressure washer, get the $80,000 truck because we want to do it properly. Clients won't look at us the same. I'm telling you, I've done over $7 million in the home service space. I've never owned a new vehicle. I have 13 used vehicles that I've used. I've wrapped them all. Those are the companies I believe that make money. We have $0 owing in debt in the business. It runs without my constant involvement. That is what you want. And so you could always go fancy later, but I think right now most business owners, they hit step 2, passionately promote, and they hit this wall of obscurity. Your fancy equipment does not push you past that wall of obscurity. You going balls to the wall with marketing every single day, that's what pushes you past that glass ceiling and people start to know you. The fancy equipment, yeah, if you can clean a house now in 2 hours versus 4 hours, that's going to be better as you scale up, absolutely. But I think you should do your first $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 with basic equipment. I don't want crap equipment that's breaking down, but basic equipment, basic vehicles that you're not out owing a massive lump sum to the bank because this business didn't get off the ground. And now you have these personal loans that you've guaranteed that you've put your family at risk. So first figure out how to market this business, get to 100 grand, get to 200 grand, get to 300 grand, prove to your spouse, your family, we got a real business here. I got a brand. I know how to market. Now Dave is giving you the thumbs up saying, you got 10 grand in the bank. You want to go get that hot pressure washer because you can go quicker. You want that water fed pole. You want that nice gutter cleaning vacuum you got to ship in from the UK. You go do it now because you've checked off box 1 and 2. Most cleaning business owners will just want to start at third base with the brand new truck, the brand new everything because they want to get perceived. No, people are like, in home services, if you just show up on time and do what you say you're going to do, people are going to hire you. People do not care if you have a 2025 wrap truck. They care in these contractor groups that you're in too much, right? The gutter cleaning contractors and the pressure washing business owners. People salivate at seeing brand new vehicles, right? It just is not a thing for me, right? I'd more salivate at seeing systems, seeing your marketing plan, seeing your pricing, seeing how your CRM is organized. Those are the things that actually drive the business forward, not the fancy stuff. So my honest opinion, bootstrap the equipment to start until you have an MVP, minimal viable product. Your market is saying yes to you. You've got some money in the bank. Absolutely go out and start to upgrade your equipment. So those are my 3 takeaways on growing a cleaning business from the ground up. I would love to hear from you in the comments which one of these 3 stood out to you. And even those of you with some more established businesses, maybe you learned something here, go ahead and drop a comment here on the channel. And those of you listening in on the podcast, like all we ask is you share it with a new cleaning business owner. You guys are in enough Facebook groups. You hear comments all the time. How do I get my business going? How do I get jobs? Feel free to share this podcast. We've crossed over 500,000 downloads now across the world, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me that people are loving this podcast as much as they are. And it's thanks to you guys sharing it out every single week in Facebook groups, on your social channels. It means the world to me because I'm running a small business here too. And I got to get passionately promoting on number 2 here and share the podcast, share the YouTube, share this value with the world because I want you to consume it and I want you to apply it. And I want you to build a better business because it's not about you being a slave to your business. It's about you building a business that supplements the lifestyle that you want to live so that you can get to your goals. I believe you can be wealthy with your income, absolutely. But how about being wealthy with your time? How about being wealthy with your health and the time spent with your family and doing the things that you want to do? That's how I've chosen to structure my business. And that's how I choose to teach others to structure their business as well. So it's Dave Moerman here, home service business coach. I am signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you liked, and we will catch you all on the next episode.